You can put the microphone here.
You know better than anyone else, right? How much he's devoted. You ready? Giving yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a clap. No, I'm just going It's my job.
Oh, you already. Exactly. That's what you're always asked. No, but it is very helpful. They really appreciate it. You get special prize. Organic is such a prize. You love and protect also the primary and the secondary.
You could like, take a separate session. Yeah, just for you. Yeah, just more.
Special session. Well,
Yeah, like select one per character.
You just record the last couple, and then we'll move on. Right, now this is the bit that will wake you up, the challenging bit for the evening for now. What we're going to ask you to do is to read through everything that you have on your messy compilation sheet there. And then we're going to do some sorting. And what we'd like you to try to do is to organise your different core values into 5 groups. Groups that have distinct similarities. If there is anything that doesn't fit, that you just can't place it, that will live in the parking lot for now. You have a parking lot on your table. And if you do have repeats, please keep them and lay them over each other for emphasis. So if you have 2 or 3 of the same, please make sure that that's evident. Okay, off you go. See what you can do with your sorting. Thank you. And there's a lovely example of how neat and beautiful it should look at the end as well.
you know, similarity as well here.
Okay, well, I'm a student, so yeah.
Okay, so what we would like you to do now is we'd like you to look at the 5 groups that you have created, and then we'd like you to choose a key word or concept that represents this whole group of words which you organized. And to help you do that, there's a long list of around 140 different words. So you might need this, you might not. It's up to you. So please take a look at your groups and try to label them. You could label them with one of the words inside of these groups also. Okay?
Just by circle.
Ладно, ладно. Так, мне, наверное, да. Собрать гимнастику. Я почему-то не поверю тому, что вокалики такие чистые, красивые и прочее. Это совсем
It's not about my personal not favourite being the best.
Yes.
You like both or just how?
I didn't send the transaction. Because I power. Also no power.
What's that?
We don't have it. There's no.
Not necessarily. Like Pagani is exact.
If I see that, let's see.
Who wants to do with it true as well? Powered by. Like I can make a difference, right?
I'm just trying to understand, in the session question, what do we really want to send to
Well, if he wants to become someone like he'll start by making out with that first. That's the guy who was involved in capturing something about decide.
that's about, I can put it in another one, that's winning culture.
Just behind you. Richard, okay, I'm ready for this, Alex. Thank you, everybody. Yes.
We're using the parking lot here, so we didn't use the parking lot.
I was actually saying, as in good PSI spirit, always full, the non-existent parking lot. Yeah, I should have chosen something different, shouldn't I? That wasn't meant to be humorous. Okay, at this point, we're going to have some sharing. So at your table, nominate or voluntold or volunteer or however you'd like to work this out, one person from your group who will share that title value first, and then just those friendly ones underneath, the partners underneath. So we're going to record it all with your group name as well, so if we ever need to get in touch because we can't remember something, we can be in touch with you. And what we're doing, just to explain the process a bit more, is we're compiling a document from all of these events. So far, we've met with the faculty, we've done the whole faculty, we've done one other parent event, this parent event, and when we come back after the break, we've got a lot. We've got the whole of the staff, we've got the teaching assistants, and we've got the student groups. So we have students from the secondary school representatives and students from the primary school in the grades 4 and 5. And then we're looking at other ways to get some feedback from the younger ones within their classroom context. And we're making this big document that records everything, and then we're going to come up with a really cunning plan to pull it all together. But at the end, what we would like is to establish a mixed group, so with stakeholders from all of those groups I've just mentioned. And then we'll come back together and we will have a process by which we will arrive at the end with PSI's 5 core values. And hopefully people will feel satisfied that they've been involved in the process, even if their own winning core value isn't necessarily part of that big 5 as we end. That's the thinking behind this. So, are you going to scribe for us? Yes, thank you. So, would you like to just chat at your table group to nominate the lucky person who's going to share? And Alex, as you can tell, has put on some suitable music. And then I shall be handing the microphone over to the groups when you're ready. Thank you. When you're ready, just raise a hand, please, if you're the first person.
Well, it's actually Canadian.
Guys, are you ready? Yes. We would like to share with you our vision on 5 most important values as we see that. First, we would like to say that we would like to say that studying in PSI should be very enjoyable. That's one value, first value, enjoyable. Then that was completely aligned. That another important value, that's honesty. Honest, it's a big part, a very important part. Then empowering. When I speak about empowering, that's we're saying about winning culture, we're saying about achievement, right? Competitiveness. So we like to empower, to give this to our kids. Then responsibility. All kind of responsibility, social responsibility, all kind of. And then we speak about open-minded and confident. That's the 5th one.
Incorporating a lot of open-minded.
Yeah.
I think we should give them a clap, don't you? Going first. May I hand the microphone to?
Okay, thank you. So our group maybe has little problems to divide these to 5 groups, so we ended up to 4 groups. And the first one is pedagogical. We have pedagogical values like academic excellence, critical thinking, independent thought, thinking, participation, creativity, sharing, and civic responsibility. And then we have here some kind of community, society values like open-mindedness, integrated values, equality, trust, mutual trust, and community engagement. And the third group is general institutional values like transparency, accountability, internationalism, leadership, values, commitment, and cohesive. And the last one is based on individual values like caring, high-level integrity, family, respect, personal responsibility, and sharing values. Well, that was it.
Hello, everyone. We were told that we had really boiled it down to the essence. I have very few sticky notes by comparison with the rest of you, but we also had a great deal of, I think, agreement within our group. The first set of ideas that we shared related to the sort of environment we wanted to see at PSI, so caring, empathy, a supportive environment for the students and I think for the staff. We shared, I think, with both of you also ideas about the importance of open-mindedness. We also focused very much on students, both the attitude of the school towards students and students towards each other and their perceptions of themselves. So student-centered approaches, which led us to the idea of inclusiveness. We also thought that responsibility was an important aspect. And finally, we shared, I think, with some of you the idea of achievement standards, both academic standards, standards of behavior, a strong academic program. So these were the 5 main groups that we had.
Could we ask you to put your names on your charts? And we're actually going to take a photograph as well in case the post-its decide to fall off. So I'll do that shortly. Yes, to help us, thank you, so that we don't misrepresent anything. And then we'll share. Do you want to introduce these? So we'd like to give you not an example, but other ways how other schools try to define their core values. And these guys were pretty simple because they were just saying we are, and then they gave several definitions to that. There are other options of how this could be done, like an explanation of what each word means, like honesty in dealings, peaceful in intentions, and so on. Sometimes it's a whole, let's say, paragraph describing that, but